Hey there and welcome. If you're here, you're probably looking for a way to ease some of those pregnancy aches and pains, or maybe you just want to connect a little more with your baby, or hey, just find a quiet moment for yourself. Well, you've come to the right place. This is your guide to getting started with prenatal yoga safely and with confidence. So let's just dive right in. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, I want to start with this. It's such a great reminder for this journey. Because let's be real, pregnancy is a time of huge change. This whole practice isn't about twisting yourself into a pretzel or achieving some perfect pose. Nope. It's all about tuning in and really listening to what your body is telling you it needs in this very moment. Okay, so here's our game plan. First up, we'll cover what prenatal yoga actually is and all the amazing benefits. Then, and this is super important, we'll walk through the golden rules of safety. After that, we get to the fun stuff, your beginner's toolkit of poses and breathing. And to wrap it all up, we'll talk about how to make this a regular thing that actually fits into your life. All right, first things first, what is prenatal yoga? I mean, why is everyone talking about it for pregnancy? Let's get right into it. Basically, you can think of it as yoga that's been tailor-made for your pregnant body. It's not just about stretching. It's this amazing combination of gentle poses, super helpful breathing techniques, and guided relaxation. It's all designed to support you, physically and emotionally, through this wild ride of a journey. So let's talk about the why. What do you actually get out of this? Well, the benefits are pretty huge. We're talking better sleep, yes please, less stress and anxiety, and building up strength and endurance for the big day. It's also a total game changer for those common aches and pains, like a sore lower back. And maybe best of all, it really helps prepare both your body and your mind for labor and delivery. Okay, before we even think about doing a single pose, we have to talk about the most crucial part of this whole thing, safety. Seriously, this stuff is non-negotiable. It's all about keeping you and your baby safe and comfortable. Rule number 1, and this is the big one, get the green light from your doctor or midwife first, always. Once you're cleared, make sure your practice space is cool, not hot. And keep water nearby. Hydration is key. Also, props are your best friend. Things like blocks and pillows give you tons of support. But the biggest rule of all, listen to your body. If something hurts or just feels off, you stop. No questions asked. This leads me to a little mantra I want you to keep in mind. Optimum, not maximum. See, during pregnancy, your body releases this amazing hormone called relaxin. Its job is to loosen up your ligaments and joints to get you ready for birth. Pretty cool, right? But the catch is, it also makes it super easy to overstretch. So we're not pushing for the deepest stretch ever. We're aiming for that just right, comfortable feeling. Optimum, not maximum. Okay, I know this table looks a little scientific, but don't worry, it's actually pretty simple. It just shows why we make certain changes. For example, that hormone relaxin we just talked about, that means we focus on strengthening muscles around the joints, not just deep stretching. Your center of gravity is shifting, right? So we widen our feet in standing poses to feel more stable. And because your growing uterus can press on major blood vessels, we avoid lying flat on our backs after the first trimester. It's all about making smart, safe adjustments for your changing body. So what does this look like in practice? Well, we want to avoid anything that squishes the belly. So instead of deep closed twists, we do gentle, open twists that create space. Instead of poses on your stomach like cobra, we get on our hands and knees for things like cat-cow. And those deep, bendy back bends or crazy headstands, yeah, we'll swap those out for much safer, supported versions. It's all about finding a feel-good alternative. And I have to be super clear about this one. Hot yoga is an absolute no-go during pregnancy. I'm talking Bikram, any class in a heated room, it's just not safe. Raising your core body temperature like that can be risky for your baby's development, so please, always practice in a cool, comfortable space. Okay, now that we've got all this super important safety stuff covered, we can move on to the really fun part. Let's build your beginner's toolkit. I'm going to show you a couple of essential poses and a breathing exercise that you can literally start using today. First up is the cat-cow stretch. Oh, this one is going to be your best friend. It's a classic in prenatal yoga for a reason. It's just amazing for gently moving your spine and easing that pesky lower back tension that so many of us feel. So here's how you do it. Just come onto your hands and knees like a tabletop. On your inhale, you'll let your belly drop down and lift your chest, looking forward. That's your cow pose. Then as you exhale, you'll gently round your back up towards the sky, tucking your chin. The real magic happens when you link your movement with your breath. Just a nice, slow, easy rhythm. All right, next on our list is a supported garland pose, which is basically a low squat. This pose is an absolute powerhouse for preparing your body for birth. It helps open up your hips and pelvis, and it builds strength in your legs, all things that will come in handy later on. Okay, so you'll stand with your feet a bit wider than your hips, with your toes pointing out slightly. Then just slowly lower yourself down into a squat. And here's the key. You're going to slide some yoga blocks or a stack of pillows right under your seat for support. This part is so important, especially as you get further along, because it takes pressure off your pelvic floor. Then just bring your hands together at your heart, lengthen your spine, and take some nice, deep breaths. You know, the poses are great, but honestly, the breath work, what we call pranayama in yoga, might just be the most powerful tool you take away from all this. Seriously, think of your breath as your secret weapon for handling stress now and for managing the intensity of labor when the time comes. And a perfect technique to start with is called the 3-part breath. It sounds fancy, but it's really simple and incredibly calming. It basically teaches you how to take a full, deep breath, which is great for getting more oxygen to you and your baby, and it flips the switch on your body's relaxation mode. So, find a comfy seat, maybe prop yourself up on a cushion. You can place one hand on your belly and one on your chest. Now just breathe in through your nose and feel your belly fill up first, then your rib cage, and then all the way up to your chest. Then as you exhale, you just let it go in reverse, from your chest, your ribs, and finally your belly. Just imagine a smooth wave of breath flowing in and out. And remember, never hold your breath. Just keep it flowing naturally. All right, we've got the what, the why, and the how. So for our last section, let's talk about putting it all together. How do you actually turn this into a consistent routine that you'll stick with? So the big question is, how often should you actually be doing this stuff? Well, the key here is definitely consistency over intensity. A great goal when you're starting out is maybe 2 or 3 sessions a week. And they don't have to be long. Even 20 to 30 minutes is perfect. On days when you're feeling really tired, trust me, even just 10 minutes of stretching and breathing can feel amazing. It's not about pushing yourself. It's about showing up for yourself. So please, listen to your body, rest when you need to rest, and we have to end with one last, very serious safety check. You need to know these warning signs. If you experience any of these things, like vaginal bleeding, feeling dizzy or faint, chest pain, or a decrease in your baby's movement, you need to stop what you're doing immediately and call your doctor or midwife. No exceptions. Your safety is always priority number 1. So I want to leave you with this question. Your body is doing something absolutely incredible right now. It's working so hard to create a whole new life. Prenatal yoga is just one way to take a moment and honor that incredible work. So how will you take a moment today to honor your body? Thanks so much for joining me.